G'day ladies and gentlemen, Buddy here, and welcome back to another Minecraft mod review. In this one I'm looking at a pretty cool mod. You can see they're placed out in front of me. This is actually called the Crafting Pillar mod by piedudeaus. The link for it will be in the description as always, but yeah, so you can go check it out when you get a chance to. But in the meantime, sit back, relax, and I'll show you the basics of the mod. Now, as you can quite clearly see, it adds a heap of different pillars, but one of them actually is a pillar that you can, which is one I'm actually holding in my hands, called the base pillar. This one, when it is crafted, you can simply, make pillars. Very sort of Greek, Romanish, whatever you want to call it. It's very cool. And you can even join them in, so there you go, a big H. But yeah, so you can, make some really nice looking pillars and, yeah, go nuts, pretty much. Oh dear, that's just pretty cool stuff. But anyway, I quickly show you how this one's crafted. As I said, there is the base pillar, that's what it looks like. And it is simply crafted as such. Just get 5 smooth stone in an eye shape, and that will craft the base pillar. And that's what it looks like. Of course, as I said, go nuts. You can place them horizontally, vertically, whatever. You can just place them however, and you get a nice pillar effect. But yeah, as I said though, there's a whole heap of different kinds and they do different things. Now, this one here is the Showcase Pillar. And basically it is crafted with an item frame and a base pillar. Usually the base pillar is the main item required to achieve these different types. And what it does, well, is quite simple. You can just go up to it and right click on it. And as you can see there, you've got a place, if you got your favourite puffer fish, you want to show off for other people, you can do so. A shift right click will retrieve the item back for you. And if you click right, well, that's a right click on the actual side of the pillar. As you can see when I'm doing it, the name of the item just appears and disappears when you right click. Very cool. Of course, you maybe got diamond, whatever. You can pretty much place whatever you want on this showcase. It just stays there, doesn't disappear, but just like the item frame. But yeah, so that is pretty cool. Now let's quickly chuck them back in the chest. And we'll move on. Now this one is a really cool one. It is a crafting pillar. And I'll quickly show you it's crafted by simply having a crafting table and a base pillar will give you the crafting pillar. And the cool thing with this is you can, well, use like a crafting table. So, what can we do here? Let's just chuck a couple of sticks down. It's very easy to use. It's obviously got your 3x3 pattern. You just aim at each individual square, and of course you then place them down. You might need to move around a little bit to make it, and of course once it's done, as you can see, the item then floats above. That's very cool. If you want to retrieve an item, you simply right click on the particular square if you make a mistake, and you can get it back. But if you want to just get the actual item that you've crafted, simply, I believe it is holding down shift and left click. You'll see a bunch of hearts popping up and you will now have your item, which then you can chuck on your showcase. That is pretty cool. Alright, so moving right along, we now actually have the smelting. So basically, you probably can guess what this is going to be. Yes, a furnace, a base pillar, and that will give you the smelting pillar. And it just works essentially like a normal furnace. You can simply put in any kind of bit of coal or whatever you want to use in the smelting pillar, and let's just grab, say, a bit of iron ore. Oops, chuck it in the right spot. Place it on top. There you go. Floats up. It just sits there, and then once it's finished, the ore will disappear, and then you're just left with the finished product on top. And again, you can also right click on the side of these as well, and it'll just tell you the quantity of what's left, and it's pretty cool. And of course, just simply shift left click will retrieve the item. And you can use whatever you want in the furnace. Anything that's made out of wood that you can cook with, you can just chuck it in there. Maybe you've got some food you want to just chuck on there, boom. It's nice and simple. There you go, it's cooking the fish. It always has the original what was there, and then it floats up when it's finished. Then you get the item back. Well, the completed item. Again, simple. Shift left click. So there you go. That is the smelting pillar. Now the next one is the freezer pillar. This is actually pretty cool. But it simply uses the base pillar in the middle, some glass panes on the side, or in the middle row, and then on the top and bottom row is some snow blocks. and that will give you the freezer pillar. And the cool thing with this is you simply get some water, so basically like a bucket of water. Right click it on there, you'll see like the water's floating around inside there, bubbling around, just bouncing around, it's not bubbling. And on top, you will get an ice block. Again, simple shift left click will get you the item, and of course, hey, there it is. That was probably pretty silly because now I can't actually break it without. Actually, I can break it. There you go. That is pretty neat. Just chuck back in there and just do that one more time just because I can. So yeah, that is the the freezer pillar. Very cool. Alright, now moving right along, we now have the brewing pillar. Again, this is made with a brewing stand and a base pillar, obviously, and that will give you the brewing pillar. And I've been embraced the brewing stand. I'll quickly just check here. That is a blaze rod and 3 cobblestone to make that. Just in case anyone had forgotten. And with this, though, is actually slightly cool thing about this is on a normal brewing stand, you actually only get 3 slots to brew with. This one actually gets you 4. And you simply go around, just right click on each of the little hangy parts off the side there, and then get whatever it is, the item you need, just right click it on top, and you'll see it actually breaks down into 4 parts. Or it seems like it breaks down to 4 bits, and then just floats down the side, as you can quite clearly see it's doing, until it hits the top of each bottle. And now you've gone from a normal glass bottle to an awkward potion. Again, just simply, if you actually right-click on it, it just tells you what's in each potion along the sides there. Simple right-click again, as I said. Put that back in there. So that is the brewing pillar. Of course, you make all your normal potions. You actually get the bonus of having an extra potion. Alright, so now moving right along, although you can't really see the name of it, but this is the pot pillar. Basically, it's like a big pot stand. So all you need to make this is a piece of dirt, flower pot, and a base pillar, and that will give you the pot pillar. And of course, to simply make the pot, just to 3 bricks, you've got that. Now, this one, all it will do is normally you just throw that on there, but there is actually a bug with this at the moment. I think there was like an early, because this was originally made, I think, for 1.6 version of Minecraft, and I think it worked fine then, but since 1.7, it might have bugged out. Now, I think it might be an issue with Forge, because it does require Forge. I've tried a whole heap of going right back to the very first version of Forge to the absolute latest, and it was still bugging. It doesn't work at all. But all you got to do is you simply right-click on there, and I'll right-click on there so you can actually see it is supposedly there saying red tulip, but the actual bug is, one, you can see it's not there, and secondly, we have a massive red tulip up in the sky. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but yeah, it's a bit odd. Shift right click will remove it, and as you can see, the big tulip in the sky has disappeared. So yeah, it's a bit odd. That's an interesting bug, but essentially it's like a big flower pot, or a flower pot that's on in a pillar. So, but anyway, moving right along, ladies and gentlemen, we actually now have the Juke Pillar, or the Jukebox Pillar, and that is simply created with a jukebox and a base pillar, and that will give you the Juke Pillar. And of course, just in case anyone wants to know, to make the jukebox, that is just simply 8 bits of planks, whatever type you've got. Doesn't all have to be the same, it can be mix and match, and a diamond in the middle. And then all you got to do is simply just get a music disc and play it. Boom. Dun-dun. Cool, yeah. Anyway, we'll stop that. So yeah, that is the Juke Pillar. Very cool. Now, this one, unfortunately, is also a little bit bugged. This is actually the Sentry Pillar, and it's simply crafted with a dispenser and a base pillar, and that will give you the Sentry Pillar. And that's just there, the recipe for the dispenser, in case anyone's wondering. All the cobblestone around the edge, bow in the middle, and a bit of redstone at the bottom. But basically, what it would do is, well, it's a sentry. If you had it placed outside somewhere and there was mobs around, you can actually have it so you can attack them. So you can, I think you can actually arm it with either like snowballs. Well, I had them listed there actually. Snowballs, fire charge, and arrows can actually shoot at the enemies. But at the moment, it just doesn't seem to be accepting any kind of ammo at all. So unfortunately, a slight bug. That plant's really. Hang on. Having this giant tulip in the sky is a bit disconcerting, I think. But yeah, no, with the Sentry Pillar, unfortunately, at the moment, it just does not seem to be working. It doesn't actually launch anything at all. You can't equip any items. Again, if there was anything in it, it'll be floating above it, and you would know that it was ready to let rip on any mobs. But unfortunately, that's the other one that's not working. But anyway, moving right along, last one, we have the Trash Pillar. And to actually make the Trash Pillar, you simply need smooth stone all around and an ender pearl in the middle. And all it does is you simply right-click on it as it opens up, and you can see there's like a big void in the middle there. And if you want, you can just simply get your item, just drop it in, and it's gone from the world. So, yeah, that's the Trash Pillar. It's got a nice little animation there for the door. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is a look at the Crafting Pillar mod. It is very, very cool, apart from, unfortunately, a couple of little bugs, like the massive tulip in the sky. It's not just the tulip, it does too. Say if you had, like, I've got the acacia sapling here. Yeah, you can see it's supposedly there, the name's there, but unfortunately the sapling appears up in the sky. And of course the other one is the Sentry. It just does not accept any ammunition at this point in time. So unfortunately I cannot show you that. But I'm sure there are other people who've done some reviews where they might have gotten working when was with 1.6. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is as I said, that is the Crafting Pillar mod. Definitely go check that out. It's very, very cool. And yeah, so that's it. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, that cool stuff. And until next time, as always, keep cool, keep safe, and I'll catch you around. Goodbye. That's just damn freaky, that is.